I told you anyway.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this sense of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
On BeeTv Major News tonight, coming to you live from Benin City, Nigeria. And now the news headlines. Governor Monday Okwevelo opens and closed defense in PDP and Aswa Ighodalo's petition at ongoing Edo State Governorship Tribunal.
The witness presented today by the second respondent, to a very large extent, substantiated that claim, as he claimed that there was overvoting in his polling units. That is what he told the court. And we are happy that their own witness came to tell the court the same thing.
And so informs EC8B, the column for that unit was read 0000 or --. And so PDP, the petitioners, now came to the tribunal to ask the tribunal to cancel what has been cancelled. That goes to show that from onset they were confused.
Edo State House of Assembly officially resumes after Christian and New Year holiday. Received letter from Governor Monday Okwevelo as House adopts new calendar.
Friday, and is back home with his people.
Mr. Speaker, respected honorable colleagues, do now offer me representing the good people of Akoko constituency. A sad matter, an issue that has caused me personally extreme pain and the people of my constituency.
Police parade suspects involved in cyber crimes.
The creation and distribution of compromised financial accounts used to facilitate fraudulent transactions amounting to over 400 million naira.
Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State names road after APC National Chairman Umar Ganduje.
Clears this road. Oh, thank you.
This road we are commissioning today is part of that commitment. We will not relent until we have taken our dear state to our dream destination.
The governor has tried, he really tried, for opening this road once more. It's pure, brand new road.
Governor Sim Fubara loses as Supreme Court as Apex Court recognizes 27 lawmakers loyal to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, with you live from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. My name is Gift Owagboy. And now to the news in details. Governor Monday Okwevelo, who is the second respondent in the petition by the People's Democratic Party and Aswa Ighodalo on Monday, closed this case after calling one witness. Our senior reporter, Best Orator, who monitored the sitting this Monday, reports that the witness told the tribunal that they were overvoting in his unit in Ovia Southwest local government area and the result was cancelled. The report.
The parking lot at the Edo State Governorship Petitions Tribunal in Abuja was packed full as interested parties were in court to be part of the day's proceeding. After announcing their appearances, the second respondent cancelled, that is, the counsel to Senator Monday Okwevelo, Onyechikwe Azuesen, informed the tribunal that the matter is for them to open their case and that they were ready to proceed by calling their first witness. Counsel said the witness statement on oath is at page 236 on the second respondent statement on oath of the continuation examination of volume with the witness tagged as ROPUD1. Mr. Usman Majek, a 31-year-old man from Usain in Ovia Southwest local government area of Edo State, mounted the witness boards. He said on the 9th of November 2024, he deposed to his witness statement on oath. He identified and adopted it and urged the tribunal to use it as his evidence in the matter. He was asked to look at paragraphs 2 of his deposition, where he mentioned his agent tag and party membership card issued to him by his party and sought to tender the INEC agent tag in evidence. Parties did not object to the admissibility of the document, which was later admitted in evidence by the tribunal. Exhibit PB07 was handed to the witness during examination in chief to look at paragraph 3, which had forms EC8B, which is Ward 7, Unit 4 results. The witness said that paragraphs referred to his unit results. Kanu Agabi SN, counsel to INEC during cross-examination, said he has no question for the witness. Emmanuel C. Ukala SN asked the witness to confirm that the exhibit earlier shown to him was his polling unit result, which the witness admitted. The witness confirmed that no entry was made for any political party, that all parties scored nil as the result was cancelled at the unit level. He also confirmed that accreditation and voting took place simultaneously on the day of the election. The witness said he cannot remember the time that voting commenced at his unit. On his part, the petitioner's counsel, Adetunji Oyeyipo SN, asked that the unit results Exhibit PBA 40 and PBA 17 be given to the witness. He then asked the witness to look at the exhibit and he confirmed that it was his polling unit result. Asked if he made any complaint against the results, the witness said yes. He said he made a complaint after signing the unit result sheet before handing it over to his ward agent. Asked if he had a copy of the complaint, the witness said he does not have a copy of the complaint he made about the results. Asked if he was aware that the result was uploaded to IREF, the witness said yes. Asked if there was anything to show that the result was cancelled, the witness said yes and again said no. Oyeyipo SN asked the witness if he filled any other INEC form apart from the result sheet. The witness answered to the negative. He also asked if the witness was aware of overvoting in his polling unit. The witness said there was overvoting in his unit. This question brought an end to the cross-examination session of the second respondent's first witness. At this point, counsel to the second respondent, Oyechi Ikpeazu, said they have painstakingly looked at the evidence of the petitioners during cross-examination of witnesses and therefore applied to close their case, and they are relying on other evidence they have elicited from other witnesses. Adetunji Oyeyipo SN, Kanu Agabi SN, Emmanuel Okala SN said they have no objections to the second respondent application to close their case. Emmanuel Okala SN, counsel to APC, said now that the second respondents have closed their case, they would apply for adjournment to open their case on Wednesday, 12th February 2025, which the tribunal granted. Spokespersons for the petitioners and the respondents shared their thoughts.
Since the Electoral Act, Section 134, is clear on the 3 grounds for which you can challenge an election. And what they have done is that they didn't include corrupt practices as a ground. They established their petition on just 2, which is non-compliance and the issue of unlawful votes. And the question is, can you rely on the respondent's case? You cannot as a petitioner.
The witness presented today by the second respondent, to a very large extent, substantiated that claim, as he claimed that there was overvoting in his polling units. That is what we told the court. And we are happy that their own witness came to tell the court the same thing.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I did not really see what is serious that was being discussed, because the matter is over. We've been able to call one witness because at the end of the day, the witnesses they called before, they have been sufficiently discredited.
There was a complaint on that day that by the PDP that there was overvoting in that unit. And so at the collation center, the ward collation officer cancelled it. And so in form EC8B, the column for that unit was read 0000 or --. And so PDP, the petitioners, now came to the tribunal to ask the tribunal to cancel what has been cancelled. That goes to show that from onset they were confused. They were confused, asking the court or the tribunal to cancel what has been cancelled before. And so that is why I've told the public, anybody that cares to listen, that this petition died on arrival.
APC really showed a strong case with their single defense, and it's really clear that the election was free and fair, and the umpires, INEC, have already stressed that. And I believe that we are coming to the close of this tribunal, and they have to justify the means.
The tribunal will reconvene on Wednesday. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
We are now going to join our senior reporter, Best Orator in Abuja, to give us highlights on the tribunal. Hello, Best. Can you take us down memory lane of all that has happened on the ongoing Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal?
Interesting events have actually played out in the Edo State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, like you have asked now, Gift. And then taking you down memory lane, you will recall that 7 political parties have filed petition to challenge the outcome of the September 21 Edo governorship election. Now, beginning with the first, which is a court party called 3 witnesses and closed their case for the day. Then Action Alliance did not call any witness. They opened and closed their case. But that of the Zenith Labour Party, they called a witness to testify for them, who also happened to be the candidate of the party. That also applied to the Allied People's Movement. They called 2 witnesses, one being the candidate of the party in the September 21 election, and the other being the chairman of the party in that state. And also, the other party equally called just 2 witnesses before they close their case, and that is the Action Democratic Party. The People's Democratic Party are called 19 witnesses, including the subpoenaed INEC witness who came to tender 152 beavers at the tribunal. So basically, I think we now have a total of about 28 witnesses that testified. And of course, just this Monday, the second respondent in the petition of the People's Democratic Party, that is Governor Monday Okpebholo, called only 1 witness and closed their case for the day. And so what's next now is for the third respondent, the All Progressives Congress, to open their case.
Now let's talk about the beavers machine in the court. Did Okpebholo's witness do anything with the beavers machine at the tribunal today?
Said he is of the Department of ICT in INEC, had come to the tribunal to first of all tender 147 beavers, and later came back to tender 5 beavers, making it a total of 152 beavers machines. And then talking to the beavers, interacting with the beavers, or even giving witness about the beavers, the People's Democratic Party called 5 unit agents. The agents came, they identified the beavers, but they were not able to operate the beavers because during cross-examination, they said that they were not experts, they were not INEC staff, and they could not turn on the beavers to actually demonstrate how the beavers were used during the election. So, of the 152 beavers that were admitted in evidence, only 5 agents from the unit level talked about the beavers. And so, perhaps one would be expecting that the respondent would maybe talk about the beavers, but just one came today for the second respondent, like I earlier said, to talk about the election. But even talking about the election in his unit in Use, Novia Southwest local government area, he only talked about a unit result of overvoting, and that there was overvoting in that unit, and then subsequently, from our findings, that unit result was cancelled. And so the witness did not come to talk about beavers. So many persons believe, particularly respondent counsel, they believe that the beavers admitted in evidence amounted to just dumping the beavers in the court without INEC or expert demonstrating how the beavers were used during the election. So basically, that is the issue of the beavers.
So finally, what's next now?
That's all from Abuja. Thank you so very much. So basically, not so much we're expecting now. Now that the second respondents in the petition of PDP and Aso Ngodalo have closed their case, it's now left for the third respondent to open their case. And the lead counsel for the third respondent, Emmanuel Siu Kala SN, informed the tribunal that they will be opening their defense on Wednesday this week. So basically, We're gradually coming to the end of all these petitions. Like I mentioned before, 7 political parties petitioned the tribunal over the election, and 4 have withdrawn their case. The Social Democratic Party, the Allied People's Movement, the Action Democratic Party, and the Zenith Labour Party have all withdrawn their cases. And so what is left now is the Action Alliance, the People's Democratic Party, and Accord Party. And in the last sitting, the Action Alliance and Accord parties, they've adjourned to 25th of February for parties to adopt their final written addresses. So we'll be waiting for Wednesday to see what will happen, how many of these witnesses that the All Progressives Congress will be willing to call. Will they follow the same pattern that Okpebholo have followed in today's proceeding? We do not know. So Gift, that's all from Abuja. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, our senior reporter, Best Orator, for that update. Moving on, the Supreme Court today, February 10, 2025, dismissed a suit filed by Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara seeking the removal of 27 members of the State House of Assembly over their defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC. The Apex Court, in a ruling delivered by Musa Mohammed, struck out the case after Governor Fubara's legal team, led by Yusuf Ali, a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, withdrew the appeal. Fubara, in his notice of withdrawal, informed the court that events had overtaken the suit. The Rivers State House of Assembly and its Speaker, Martin Amawelu, represented by Wole, also a SAN, did not oppose the withdrawal. The Supreme Court subsequently struck out the suit and awarded 4 million naira in cost against the embattled Fubara to be paid to the House of Assembly and Mr. Amawule. The Edo State House of Assembly on Monday during plenary received a series of bills and requests for confirmation from Governor Monday Okpebholo, including the request for the confirmation of pharmacist Okoje Kemi as the chairman, governing board, Edo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency. BeeTv News Osarogi reports that the 8th Assembly, which held its official plenary session for 2025, presented and adopted the business calendar of the 3rd quarter, 2nd session of the Assembly. The report.
That was the official resumption of members of the Edo State 8th Assembly from their 2024 recess. In his welcome address, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, expressed gratitude to the honorable members for cutting short their recess to attend to state important matters. He highlighted the achievements of the 8th Assembly, including the 41 people-oriented bills, of which 29 have been passed into laws after being assented to by Governor Monday Okpebholo.
20 years now, I've got about 5 generals in Edo State. Young men. It's so sad and it's very, very painful. Want to pray that such should not happen to Edo people again. Let me use the opportunity to conserve the people of Edo and should take heart. The house, we are praying for them, and the house is also prepared to take heart.
On the business of the day, the clerk of the House, Mr. Yaya Omogbae, read before the House series of letters and requests from Governor Monday Okpebholo, including a request seeking for the confirmation of pharmacist Okoje Kemi as the chairman governing council of Edo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, and the confirmation of Dr. Oseka Oyayin Mere as the executive secretary Edo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, and also a request for the confirmation of Honorable Anthony Ojo as replacement for Pascal Osaiga Atoy, whose name was earlier forwarded to the House to be confirmed as member of the Edo State Oil and Gas Producing Areas Development Commission, ESOPADEC. The Speaker of the House, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, referred the request of the Governor to the House Committee on Rules, Business and Government House for screening and to report back to the House within 1 week. Similarly, a bill for a law to amend the Edo State Insurance Law 2019 and a bill for a law to amend the Edo State Lands Administration and Geographical Information Service Law 2018 passed its first reading. The majority leader of the House, a member representative of Yan Northeast Constituency 1, Honorable Charity Agwoba Regian, presented the business calendar for the 3rd quarter, 2nd session of the 8th Assembly. length for sitting days for the third quarter as follows: January 6 days, February 15 days, March 21 days, with a total of 42 days for sitting in the third quarter and second session.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, today being the first day for formal sitting in the third quarter of the second session, we have a proposed business calendar that has been designed for the approval of the House by the Rules and Business Committee. Mr. Speaker, we recall that in the most part of the month of January, the House was on recess, but members had to be called out of recess on 6 occasions in January for the purpose of very pressing state needs. They are reflected as 6 days in the month of January, whereas the other days are recorded as a time spent on recess.
Which provide agreements that this business calendar should be a calendar for to this third quarter, second session. We say those again say
In another development, during plenary, the member representing Igwepen constituency, Honorable Oj Inegebo, expressed gratitude to the House for their support, which brought joy to the people of Igwepen. He shared the wonderful news that the Enoje of Udo, His Royal Highness Friday Ezogi, had been released last Friday after being kidnapped. Also, member Akoko Edo constituency 2, Donald Okoogbe, informed the House about the passing of an illustrious son from Akoko Edo, Major General Christopher Jemitola, a former ADC to President Olusegun Obasanjo, who transited to glory on the 6th February 2025.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity for me given to me to speak today. Mr. Speaker, I rise to send a message from the good people of Udo in Igwepen local government who over the last 2 weeks had their Royal Highness Ezogi and Mewako kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank this House for those of my colleagues who sympathized with me during these trying times. I want to also let the House know that he was finally released on Friday and is back home with his people.
Mr. Speaker, respected honorable colleague, Donald Okobe, representing the good people of Akoko Edo constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to bring before you a sad matter, an issue that has caused me personally extreme pain and the people of my constituency said. I sadly bring to the attention of this House the passage of Major General Christopher Jemitola. Major General Christopher Jemitola passed on to glory on the 6th of February 2025. He was a distinguished gentleman, a general of the Nigerian Army. He was ADC, aide-de-camp to President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Meanwhile, the House observed a minute silence to pay respect to Major General Christopher Jemitola.
The soul of Major General Christopher Jemitola and all the faithful departed rest in perfect peace.
Osarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
In keeping with Benin customs and traditions, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Uku Apolopolo, Ewe II, TFR Oba of Benin, we performed in a private royal family ceremony the funeral rites of his dear beloved mother, Iyoba Omonikwoyeme Iyoba Ewaye II, who transited to eternal glory 49 years ago. BeeTv News Osarogi Agwebo bring details of the funeral activities.
In a statement sent by the Secretary of the Benin Traditional Council, Frank Erabo, said for clarification purposes, in accordance with the Benin customs and tradition, the royal funeral rites could not be performed until the Edaeken Crown Prince ascend the throne and crown the Oba, that the Oba had to first posthumously confer the title of Iyoba on his mother, and thereafter perform the funeral rites. Hence, the reason why it is taking place now. It will be recalled that His Royal Majesty conferred the Iyoba title posthumously on his dear mother on Sunday, 21st November 2021. According to the statement, the first part of the ceremony will last for 14 days. The second part begins with Ekasa. Immediately the second part ends, this will be the official mourning period. The program of events for the funeral rites is as follows. Saturday, 15th February 2025, Ekioba Iwaririn. Sunday, 16th February 2025, Ekenaka Family Rites. Monday, 17th February 2025, Agbado Family Rites. Tuesday, 18th February 2025, Eken Family Rites. Wednesday, 19th February 2025, Ekioba Izakwe. Thursday, 20th February 2025, Ekenaka Family Rites. Friday, 21st February 2025, Agbado Family Rites. Saturday, 22nd February 2025, Eken Family Rites. Sunday, 23rd February 2025, Ekioba Family Rites. Monday, 24th February 2025, Ekenaka Family Rites. Tuesday, 25th February 2025, Agbado Isoton. Wednesday, 26th February 2025, Eke Edenagbonrinri Nwame. Thursday, 27th February 2025, Ekioba Family Rites. Friday, 28th February 2025, Ekenaka Ikpunwa. Saturday, 1st March 2025, Agbado Isoya Afua. Saturday, 1st March 2025, Ekiasa begins till Thursday, 27th March 2025. According to the statement, the first phase of the funeral rites will begin on the 15th February 2025 and ends on Friday, 28th February 2025 at Egwaye Iyoba Nuselu, by 5 Junction, Benin City, while from Saturday, 1st of March 2025, a Kiasa group will commence their ceremony till the 27th of March 2025. The performance will end on the last day, 27th of March 2025, will take place at the Palace of the Oba of Benin. Frank Erabo in the statement disclosed that from on the 15th of February, when the ceremony begins, traditional choral beads will not be used in the palace and in the kingdom until the end of a Kiasa ceremony. He said the whole of this period is declared as mourning period in the kingdom and urged the general public should please take note. Osarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The All Progressive Congress APC in Edo State has defended Governor Monday Okpebelo's decision to suspend the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Samson Osaige, and the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, Damian Lawani, over allegations of financial infractions. The party insists that the move demonstrates the governor's commitment to accountability and transparency, qualities it claims were absent in the previous administration under the People's Democratic Party, PDP. In a statement released by its state publicity secretary, Prince Peter Uwadia Igbinige, the APC stated that Okpebelo's decision to suspend the officials aligns with global best practices. The governor last week suspended the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Samson Osaige, and the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, Damian Lawani, over allegations of financial infractions. The APC emphasized that Governor Okpebelo has demonstrated a zero-tolerance approach to corruption, unlike his predecessor, Godwin Obaseki, under whom it claimed no official was ever suspended for corruption-related offenses. The party acknowledged that the allegations against Osaige and Lawani remain unproven, but argued that their suspension is necessary to ensure an impartial investigation. The PDP has asserted that the suspension confirmed financial mismanagement under Okpebelo, which the APC dismissed, saying the claim is baseless. The party also refuted allegations that the state's internally generated revenue, IGRO, had plummeted from 8 billion naira to 2 billion naira under Okpebelo's leadership. According to the party, under Governor Godwin Obaseki, Edo State's IGRO stood at 8 billion naira before the election, but dropped to 6 billion naira during the election period due to various factors. The party also responded to PDP's concerns regarding the suspension of local government chairmen, asserting that Governor Okpebholo has no direct involvement in these actions. It clarified that the suspensions were actions taken by the legislative arm of the respective local government councils in line with constitutional provisions. It argued the PDP to refrain from spreading misinformation and to allow due process to take its course in its suspensions. The Arewa APC chairman in Edo State, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba, has paid a solidarity visit to Muslim schools in Oedo, Ikpobawoka, and Oriomo to identify with children and also present gift items to them. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the visit was also to ask the children to keep praying for the continuous peace, progress, and tranquility in the state. The report.
The first place of visit by Alhaji Danjuma Garuba and some other members of the Arewa community in Benin was the Maraska and the Anya Mosque, where Muslim children are learning Islamic tenets. Addressing them, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba said the visit was in solidarity with them and to encourage and support them. He encouraged the children to keep on praying for leaders in the country, especially the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, for him to serve the people well. He also promised to reach out to concerned authorities to make provisions for basic amenities in the school.
The reason why I come greeting now, I want men that pray for Nigeria, make that pray for Edo State, make peace there. I want men that pray for our state governor and our deputy governor, and the all-father of all father, Omonoba of Benin, and the chief of staff and the SSG, and the petrol that have Arewa APC, that is a DVD oil. When I pray for the country, make peace there Edo State, make peace there APC, make our governor get chance, please and work for the Edo State people.
Elsewhere at the Masjidun Usman bin Fan and along the Benin-Auchi Road, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba reiterated calls for the children to pray for continued peace in Edo State and for the governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, so that he can continue to deliver on the dividends of democracy. They also presented the children with items such as snacks and soft drinks.
The Oba of Benin, men that pray for men that pray for our governor, deputy governor, and the SSG and chief of staff, and our men that pray for all the Edo State APC members, and our petrol DVD oil, men that pray for yes, so I can't greet in here, men that know best, so see I bring small thing come for here. There was share for all of you.
In an interview with BeeTv News, the Edo State Arewa APC chairman Alhaji Danjuma Garuba and some other members of the group said the visit was to show solidarity and support to them, that even though elections were over, there was need to visit them. They added that the leadership of Governor Monday Okpebholo and his deputy Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa is already delivering on their campaign promises and expressed the belief that the governor will also extend it to the Arewa community in the state.
I am very happy to visit the community because just to tell my people that I'm with them too. Not because they will see after the politics, our chairman is not with us again. No, I'm with all of them, and I saw plenty of the school have some issue, and I promise them that I'll fix them. I'll fix the school in order for them. There is some of the Islamic that don't have funk, some don't have chairs. I promise that I will try my best, and I will make sure I will take the governor and the SSG and chief of staff if they will contribute in helping in order to help all this Islamic school.
So we visited the Islamic schools within Oriedo, Kobawaka Ego, to let them know say the governor is on ground. He carry everybody along.
On their part, the Imam of Anya Mosque and others lauded Alhaji Danjuma Garuba for his leadership style. They assured him of their continued support to the peace and progress of the state.
For us to pray for the entire Nigeria, and also to pray for the president, to pray for the governor, the deputy governor, SSG and chief of staff, and also our father, the Oba of Benin.
They are here because of governor and deputy governor, SSG, chief of staff, DBD, and our grandpapa Oba of Benin. May Almighty God bless them. May Almighty God continue lift them up. Anything they are looking for Almighty God, may Almighty God approve for them. This our Edo State, may Almighty God bring peace and harmony in this our Edo State.
It's a very happy day to us for the all Ariwa, because we visit all our Islamic schools and see the children and the Malams and so to pray for Nigerians, to pray for the Edo State, to pray for the government, to pray for our Baba.
This visit, led by Alhaji Danjuma Garuba, was to solicit more support and prayers for the administration of Governor Monday Okpebholo. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Police Force has apprehended 82 suspects in the month of January 2025 for various financial and cyber-related crimes, including internet fraud, romance scams, identity theft, cryptocurrency fraud, transnational fraud, and several other cyber offenses through its National Cybercrime Center. Parading 9 suspects in Abuja, the Force Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, says the force has successfully apprehended 32 suspects across the nation in a significant crackdown on cyber-related crimes. BeeTv News Best Orator completes the report.
The Nigerian Police Force paraded some suspects linked to several fraud schemes that have defrauded individuals and organizations within and outside the country. Among these cases is the arrest of 2 individuals, Saidu Adam Usman and Yusuf Umar, in connection with the creation and distribution of compromised financial accounts used to facilitate fraudulent transactions amounting to 400 million naira.
Saidu Adam Usman, male, and Yusuf Umar, male. Are they here? IPO? They are in connection with the creation and distribution of compromised financial accounts used to facilitate fraudulent transactions amounting to over 400 million naira. Investigations revealed that both suspects were recruited via telegram by an unidentified foreign cyber criminal. Saidu Adamu Usman was tasked with creating money point financial profiles using pre-registered SIM cards and email addresses.
Some of the suspects testified to the crime they are accused of.
We buy Facebook and TikTok, then we sell to our customers. The Facebook is that when we buy from the platform, most of them they come with followers, they come with 0 followers. Then we used to be the one to boost the account for the person to buy. So that is what we used to do. When we buy, we sell to our customers.
How much do you sell it?
It depends. Some Facebook is empty. We used to sell some we used to sell some 50,000, 5,000, depends on the followers.
$5,000?
5,000. 3 profiles I did create for him and hand over to you.
How much have you realized so far from this deal?
How much have you realized?
How much have you realized so far from this dirty deal?
Yeah, the payment is not a one-time payment. He paid me.
Cumulatively, can you tell us the rough estimate, total of amount of money you have realized?
Exactly, sir. I couldn't say.
Okay, and our reporter is saying so far you have done a deal of more than 400 million naira.
Yes, just when I handle my account.
So you are with me now.
The Nigerian Police Force therefore cautioned against the inappropriate use of social media for the perpetration of crimes such as fraud, defamation, and cyber stalking, while reiterating the force's commitment to identify and curtail cyber criminals and syndicates, ensuring that those involved in cyber-related crimes face the full weight of the law.
And protect our cyberspace, the Nigerian Police Force are taking the bull by the horn to make sure that we tackle all forms of cyber crimes in this country. Our effort is to make sure Nigeria gets its reputation back, and we are taking off the grey list.
So romance scam is here, sextortion is here. They are targeting females that are sextortion are targeting females that are below 17 years, while romance scam targets the females that are between 25 and up to 90 years old. You can imagine.
Members of the public are advised to exercise extreme caution when engaging in online transactions and ensure adequate verification of the legitimacy of operators before conducting large financial dealings. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership of the women wing of Arewa community in Edo State have appointed Alhaji Idris Adiano as their grand patron of the association. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the decoration is in recognition of Alhaji Idris Adiano's unparalleled contribution and support to the Arewa women in Edo State. The report.
Acknowledging the qualities of Alhaji Idris Adiano, the Arewa women leader in Edo State, Aija Atenuma, said Alhaji Idris Adiano has been very supportive to the Arewa women community in Edo State, even as the chairman of the Nyakato market, which prompted the women wing of Arewa community to honor him as their grand patron.
Your appointment is a testament to your unwavering determination, selfless and tireless effort in advancing the growth and success of our party, All Progressive Congress. It also highlights your readiness to continue playing a pivotal role in the development of Edo State.
In an interview with BeeTv News, the newly appointed Grand Patron Alhaji Idris Adiano appreciated the Arewa Community Women Wing of Edo State for the honor and assured them that they will continue to support in any way he can for the well-being of the members.
Before God put me for there, you know how I be. Before God put me for there, but inshallah, not be my power, my God power, I can help them. We can work together.
The APC Arewa chairman in Edo State, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba, alongside the Arewa women leader, Edo State, and others, also said they believe Alhaji Idris Adiano will use the new heights attained to do more for the Arewa women wing in Edo State.
Idris is somebody that knows the pains of all his followers. And I know it will be the backbone of my women. I know any time rally, I know we show the support because he's a full APC member. Alhaji Idris knows the pains of APC.
We know him as a digital chair because of the good work he has been doing. So that is why Idris Adiano, I also find him worthy to be our patron because of the service to humanity. Before he became chairman of Nyakato market, he has been doing a lot.
He's a great man, and he's a man that carries people along. He's a loyal APC man, and we like him. I know as the Arewa women wing, Arewa APC, including the youth, I want to declare today that the youth already endorsed him too as also the patron.
The kind of leadership we want, this is the kind of leadership we want. Why? It's not the one that got elected. You will not see them again until when election draw near. They are the people that all the time they came around to see what the problem of their people. They'll see how they can assist them. So I'm happy that's why we're always together trying to see how we can, help each other.
The women wing of Arewa is under the umbrella of the Arewa community in Edo State. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
In Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodinma has named a newly constructed road after the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The announcement was made during the commissioning of the road, now officially called Abdullahi Ganduje Drive, alongside
it was a moment of recognition
of the Umbidi Oguta Road. BeeTv News' Balumi Mukoro has the report.
Mission and appreciation as Governor Hope Uzodinma named the newly reconstructed DSS Road in honor of the APC National Chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The governor described the gesture as a tribute to Ganduje's leadership and his contributions to the growth.
The road we are commissioning today is part of that commitment. We will not relent until we have taken our dear state to our dream destination.
Earlier, the event also saw the official commissioning of the Ngbidi-Ubuta Road, a key infrastructure project expected to boost economic activities and improve connectivity in the region. The highlight of the event was the official commissioning of Abdullahi Ganduje's drive, with the APC chairman performing the ceremonial.
The governor has tried. He really tried for opening this road once more. It's pure, brand new road. You cannot go here. You can pass through here 2-3 years back. But now it's a brand new road, and it's a road that leads to Onitsha road that leads to also Akwakuma, Amakaya to Ashi.
Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Senate has intervened in the catastrophic fire and oil spill from Manifold Well 8 BUG 008 in OML 18, located in Bukama, Rivers State. Senator representing Rivers West Banigo Ikbalibo, who raised the motion during plenary, also sounded the alarm over the environmental and health consequences of recurrent oil spills in the region, calling for swift investigation and intervention from relevant government agencies to quickly address the spillage. BeeTv News' Osarogi Agbobo completes the report.
While presenting our motion, the Rivers lawmaker Senator Banigo Ikbalibo expressed concern over the delayed response of responsible oil companies, a situation she says has increased the suffering of affected communities.
Recognizes the severe consequences of this incident, including contamination of rivers, farmlands, and aquatic life, which constitute the primary source of livelihood for the residents of Buguma. The pollutants released pose significant health risks, including respiratory and waterborne diseases, and long-term effects such as cancer and organ damage.
Lawmakers who contributed to the motion also recommended the inclusion of additional prayers for a more comprehensive approach to addressing the issue.
The federal government should declare a national emergency program for the rebuilding, rehabilitation, and recalibration of the national oil, onshore oil wells, flow stations, and pipeline infrastructure in Nigeria.
Urge the Ecological Management Committee and relevant agencies to ascertain cleanup costs, charges, and penalties of each and every oil spill or fire hazard and charge operators accordingly.
Deputy President of the Senate, Baawu Jibrin, who presided over the plenary session, urged relevant agencies to take decisive action and curb the menace.
It's the fact that we have an infrastructure that has become decayed. And the second factor is the fact that there are some level of sabotage in that. The Senate has the latitude to deal with the matter. So let me put the question. Those in favor of this prayer, please say aye. Those against say nay.
At the end, the matter was referred to the Committee on Environment and Petroleum Upstream for further legislative action. Uyi Agbomofwegbe.
The Edo State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development has urged residents of Edo State to report any case of child abuse going on around them, as the state government is ready to take action against the maltreatment of children. BeeTv News' Balumi Mukoro has the report.
My brother is in Lagos, my sister is in Lagos. Yeah, go and meet them. Or somebody will come and even meet them. Okay, you have 4 children. Let me help you with one.
Edo State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development have policies in place to ensure that anyone found guilty of child abuse will be apprehended and will face the law, as the safety of children is the ministry's paramount concern. Speaking with BeeTv News, Director of Child Development Department under the Ministry of Women Affairs, Mrs. Kate Bello, stated that the ministry does not take lightly at all the use of children as domestic helps, and spoke about the policies put in place and also the actions they have carried out to curb child abuse.
The Ministry of Social Development has a mandate of ensuring that every child have a stable family, live in a stable environment. And as our mandate, we ensure that no child is being used as domestic help. Any child found being used as domestic help, the perpetrator will be brought to book. There's a law in Edo State, which is the Edo State Child Rights Law 2007, which is undergoing review. The law is there to guide the children. The law is there to guide the children against every form of violence. So the law is there to protect every child in Edo State. And there is a committee set up that are there to implement the law. We call that committee the State Child Rights Implementation Committee. These members of the committee have been drawn from different line ministries, ensuring that children issues are being deliberated on and decisions are being taken for the best interest of the child.
Some respondents stated that the government should tackle the poor economic state of the country, as it is the main reason children are used as domestic helps, which they said is child abuse.
When you look at the condition, it was not like this in the beginning. When you talk of early 80s, 90s, it was not like this. But because as the time progresses, we discover that hardship increases. Before now, people are into farming. You go to farm, because I remember when we were young, when you close from school, you go to meet your parents in farm. So no room for saying you are going to do any house or any other thing. But today, you can no longer go to farm because of insecurity. And by the time you remove people from farming, definitely there will be hunger. And when there is hunger, a family that is of 6, 7, how do they feed? So they will need to send their children away so that they will be able to get help in taking care of them.
While others stated that the public should also work hand in hand with government to monitor the children around them so they can report any case of child abuse.
And the way I think government can come in is maybe when people are living, there should be a place where people who are not treated well can lay complaint. I think that's my own take now, where they can lay complaint, where they can have access to people that can help them, that I am dying in this place, no matter what. Let's try to publicize it, you know, advertise it, that fine, you are living with people and you see that they are not treating you well, you can call this number or you can come to so place, and the government will also be ready to take care of such people because they are coming from somewhere and maybe they are suffering from where they are coming from.
They start monitoring those people. As long as they start monitoring them, they'll be able to get them red-handed. You see, they should let people that will be.
Child abuse is a serious issue which is becoming rampant in the society, which is why everyone is encouraged to join hands with the government to put an end to it. Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to business. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reinforced its commitment to transparency and stability in the foreign exchange market with the successful implementation of the Nigerian Foreign Exchange Code, FX Code. The Naira, which had faced significant depreciation due to speculative trading and hoarding, has seen a remarkable turnaround in recent weeks. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro has details of this and more from the business world.
This decisive move has not only curbed market distortions, but also triggered a sustained rally in the Naira, dealing a heavy blow to currency speculators who once thrived on volatility. Analysts attribute this resurgence to renewed investor confidence spurred by the CBN's efforts, spawned by the CBN's enforcement of ethical market conduct, which has effectively dismantled manipulative practices within the FX ecosystem. The governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, explained that that the FX code is designed to uphold fairness, transparency, and efficiency. They outlined 6 core principles guiding the new policy as ethics, governance, execution, information sharing, risk management, and compliance, as well as confirmation and settlement processes. The head of the Dangote refinery, Edwin Devakuma, on Monday said the refinery, Africa's largest, could begin operating at full capacity in 30 days. Recall that the 650,000 barrel per day refinery built by Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote in Lagos began processing crude into products including diesel, naphtha, and jet fuel in January last year and started processing petrol in September. The refinery aims to compete with European refiners when operating at full capacity, but had been struggling to secure sufficient crude locally. Devakuma said it was currently operating at 85% capacity and we can go 100% in 30 days. Recall that last year the refinery turned to importing crude after it was unable to secure sufficient volumes despite an agreement with Nigerian government to buy crude in local naira currency. According to the oil regulator, it has asked for 550,000 PBD of crude for January to June this year from oil producers in Nigeria. The Dangote refinery is exploring new markets for its refined products. Nigeria's Treasury bills T-bills auction have attracted a total subscription of 3.22 trillion naira. This comes as the Debt Management Office, on behalf of the Central Bank of Nigeria, conducted the auction on February 5th, while allotments were done on February 6th. According to the result of the auction obtained on Saturday, the federal government offered 670 billion naira across the standard maturities of 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day bills. The auction saw significant demand for long tenure securities within the 364-day instruments, accounting for 98% of total bids compared to short-term security. This reflects heightened investor appetite amidst rising yields and tight monetary conditions. Meanwhile, swap rates for 91-day and 182-day bills remained unchanged at 18% and 18.5% respectively for the 8th term in short-term tenors. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where U.S. President Donald Trump has said he is determined to buy and own Gaza Strip and relocate its 2 million Palestinian residents despite international criticism. Also, U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to stop producing 1-cent coins, calling them a waste of money. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on these and other stories from the foreign scene.
He suggested that Middle Eastern countries might help rebuild the area and promised that displaced Palestinians would live beautifully. Both the Palestinian Authority and Hamas rejected the idea, stating that Palestinian land is not for sale. However, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called Trump's plan revolutionary and creative. He described Gaza as a demolition site, but said that it could be redeveloped. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to stop producing 1-cent coins, calling them a waste of money. He announced the decision on his Truth Social account, saying it was part of efforts to cut unnecessary spending. The move follows a post by Elon Musk's unofficial Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, which highlighted the high cost of minting pennies. According to the U.S. Mint, producing a single penny cost 3.69 cents. The debate over the usefulness of pennies have been ongoing for years. While critics argue that they are expensive and unnecessary, supporters claim that they help keep prices lower and benefit charities. Donald Trump has announced plans to introduce new tariffs, including a 25% tax on all steel and aluminum imports. He also said he would impose reciprocal tariffs on countries that tax U.S. imports, but did not specify which nations would be affected or if any would be exempt. Canada and Mexico, major U.S. steel and aluminum suppliers, could be impacted. Canada warns that the move could harm its economy, while Australia says it could cost thousands of U.S. jobs. And lastly, on global news, the Palestinian Authority, PA, with Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa's support, has signed an $80 million agreement with the UN Development Programme and the Arab International Organization for Reconstruction in Palestine. The deal, signed in Ramallah, aimed to clear rubble, remove unexploded ordnance, and set up temporary shelters with basic services in Gaza. It is the first project of its kind since the ceasefire, according to local news agency. Mustafa said this initiative will help curb emergency needs and is part of a larger plan. The PA has outlined a 6-month emergency response followed by a 3-year recovery phase and a long-term reconstruction effort lasting 10 years in coordination with the World Bank, EU and UN. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Gift Owagboy. Have a good night.